Why is it harmful to use a cell phone? Research on the hazard of cell phone use has been ongoing since their widespread adoption. Although the results are mixed, there are several key areas where scientists are trying to understand how the use of mobile devices affects health. The first factor is electromagnetic radiation. This cannot be denied. Most of the attention is drawn to studies related to the effects of radiofrequency radiation, which cell phones emit during signal transition. Some studies suggest a possible link between prolonged exposure to this radiation and an increased risk of cancer, particularly brain tumors. An important aspect is the impact of cell phones on the nervous system. Constant notifications, messages, and calls can cause stress and anxiety, and they also negatively affect sleep quality. This is why so many people today suffer from insomnia and are unable to fall asleep, even after a long workday, due to nervous tension. The third factor is the psychological effect. Cell phones can contribute to the development of addiction and so-called nomophobia, the fear of being without a mobile phone. This condition can worsen a person's psycho-emotional state, reduce their productivity, and create a sense of anxiety, especially among teenagers. This is why it is very dangerous to give a child a phone from an early age. Often, adults, in order to occupy the child so that they don't distract or interfere with work or other tasks, give the child a mobile phone from a young age. This harms the child's psyche. He becomes fully immersed in the virtual world. He gets accustomed to the gadget and can no longer do without it. Psychological stress and problems arise. Many people who strive for a healthy lifestyle and a successful career are aware of the risks associated with excessive use of cell phones. There have even been cases where entrepreneurs and billionaires, such as Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, have expressed concern about excessive dependence on technology and mobile devices. Some millionaires have even publicly stated that they limit their children's use of smartphones to avoid the negative impact on their development and mental health. Just a couple of decades ago, many of us knew nothing about cell phones. We lived without them, communicated freely with each other, and spent a lot of times outdoors. There was less stress and anxiety. Because before the advent of mobile phones, people were not constantly connected. They didn't feel the pressure or the need to respond instantly to calls, messages, and notifications. No one had to report as frequently and regularly as we do now. Communication was limited to face-to-face meetings, which created more personal space and mindfulness and rest. This allowed people to keep psychological balance and reduce stress levels, something that is hard to achieve now in the modern world of constant digital connections. Now, you are constantly expected to report to your husband, wife, parents, or children. They demand to know where you are, what you're doing, and when you'll return. The constant pressure creates such psycho-emotional stress that a person's nervous system becomes more and more destabilized, and their psychological health deteriorates. Before the widespread use of mobile phones, there was a lower level of psychological disorders, and this is a fact. Disorders such as anxiety, depression, and insomnia, which are now linked to excessive use of technology, were much less common. Studies show that the constant flow of information from social media and pressure from the digital environment can contribute to the development of various psycho-emotional disorders. Cell phones create the effect of constant availability, making it difficult for a person to relax and rest. while also increasing their levels of anxiety and stress. Many human health issues are directly linked to excessive use of cell phones. In the past, people communicated face to face, and relationships were strong, deep, and loving. This is a very important aspect of a person's psychological health. Today, modern technologies are replacing real communication, and this often leads to superficial interactions, which intensifies feelings of loneliness and isolation. That's why there are so many cases of depression now, and so many people are constantly seeking help from specialists because they don't even realize what is causing their nervous disorders. A person no longer feels themselves. They stop truly perceiving the world. They're constantly living inside a gadget, constantly communicating with someone, often not knowing these people or having only a vague idea of who they are. This leads to immersion in an unreal world, and the person stops truly living. They don't get to know themselves, they don't understand their own feelings, and they don't explore their inner world. All of this leads not only to stress, but also to apathy, depression, and even the loss of will to live. That's why, dear ones, at our seminars, we urge you to limit communication via cell phones. We create a special environment, an atmosphere of love, kindness, beauty, and happiness. Unique vibes of energy waves spread throughout the space of our seminar. After all, the electromagnetic radiation from cell phones affects not only a person's health, but also the energy of the surrounding environment. These waves can disrupt the field of harmony and love that has been created during the seminar. Therefore, we ask you to turn off your mobile phones and not use them during the seminar in order to not disturb the aura of beauty and light which has been specially created for you by the caring and attentive teachers and guides of power. However, if you feel you need to use your cell phone, of course, we will provide you with that opportunity. After all, only souls of a very high level, only those who are capable of controlling themselves, managing themselves in the world, can truly become free from all external factors, including cell phones. Everyone who's able to live without a cell phone deserves sincere praise and admiration. Your ability to live in the real world without constant distractions from notifications and calls speaks to your inner strength and mindfulness. You do not allow technology to dictate the rhythm of your life. Value the moments of real communication and true rest. This requires great discipline and wisdom, and your example can inspire many who are striving to bring harmony and balance back into their lives. To those who still feel dependent on cell phones, we would like to remind you, technology is created to serve humans, not the other way around. The constant presence of a phone in your life can distract you from the present moment, from what is happening here and now. Don't allow yourself to become a slave to notifications and messages. Remember the value of real communication, rest without a screen, and time spent alone with yourself. Free yourself from this dependency and feel how your inner world fills with calm and clarity. Each of us is capable of regaining control over our time and attention, and those who have managed to disconnect from excessive phone use show that this is not only possible but also beneficial. May this path of mindfulness and inner freedom serve as an example for all. If you like this video and believe that the topic of mindful usage is important, don't forget to like it. Share this video with your friends and loved ones so that more people can learn how important it is to keep harmony and health in the modern world. And be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new interesting and helpful videos. Together, we can create a more mindful and balanced society, a true field of love, harmony, and light. Be happy.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.